producer,
a builder, the writer, and director.
we're going to tell you about how we go about making a cartoon.
Yes.
We're going to be looking at what we call an animatic, and this is actually the storyboard drawings. We cut them together and get a feel for the timing.
It looks like a comic strip.
Right. It's a way for us to do, well, two things. One is to visually get the story figured out, and also shooting them like this, we're able to get a sense of how long each scene is going to be.
And the stage where the character is going to be.
This is a very important stage because everything else is going to rely on this. And we make a lot of changes and last-minute adjustments, which is why the drawings can be rough at this stage.
How it plays as a picture. That's the most important thing.
Now, this is the very first stage of animation.
The most important thing.
Now, this is the very first stage of animation.
Pencil test.
Pencil test. And it's, as you can see, it's exactly like the storyboard, except drawn better. And it's moving for real now.
Filling out the action.
And you can see our color background there. Now we can look at this and we can make any changes we feel are necessary before we go to final animation in color.
This is to see if everything's working together.
Yeah. And to see if everything is breaking properly in this house. They love destroying this house.
Chris Hedrick was the board artist, story artist who drew these sections. He's grabbing his arrows there. And this is a heart.
Yeah, we had him strumming that heart. We took that little bit out. And here's the final color version. We give them this very expensive, fancy gnome because we knew we were going to destroy everything in it. And it's more fun to break valuable things.
One thing you'll notice here is this animation, if you compare this color footage with that in the final picture, you'll notice this is longer. It goes on longer, it's slower. This is the first time anybody's ever done this on a DVD. We're showing you the dirty laundry, we're showing you the thing that's done. What we do before we fix it. This needs to be a little bit faster, snappier. Tom Lynch chases Jerry. That drives the action.
Of course, sound effects add a lot to a cartoon.
And music.
And music. Oh yes, we spared no expense there.
That's it. Amazing.
Amazing. There you go.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Stop the countdown. This is Mission Control. We're preparing to launch Tom and Jerry into deep space. But before this hilarious mission can get off the ground, it's up to the filmmakers to follow the blueprints and construct a cartoon that'll fly to the stars and beyond. Want to see how they made it happen? Then let's blast off. Cat sees mouse. Cat chases mouse. Cat and mouse destroy everything in their path. For over 60 years, Tom and Jerry have been causing chaos and cracking up generations of fans.
Tom and Jerry? Oh my God!
Classic slapstick. Slapstick's always funny.
And like most kids, I grew up loving cartoons.
It's always been funny and it'll always be funny.
It's all part of a legacy, you know what I mean? What's kind of nice about these characters is that they will live on beyond all of us.
For this latest animated adventure, the film's creators wanted to take Tom and Jerry to a place where no cat and mouse team has ever gone before, as they traveled the cosmos to bring their hijinks to the planet Mars. Making a cartoon is no easy task. It takes dozens and dozens of creative people working non-stop for months just to bring Tom and Jerry to life. No time for catnapping on this job.
I wrote the script actually 2 years before the film went into production. How are they going to send Tom and Jerry into space? I didn't really know what I was going to do. Okay, I need to get them from the house to Space Place, then from there to the rocket. The rocket blasts off, it goes to Mars. Tom and Jerry are stranded on Mars, and they encounter the Martian civilization there, which they disrupt and cause an invasion on Earth of Martians. I make myself laugh when I write this stuff. Monster!
In any Tom and Jerry cartoon, there are a wide variety of oddball characters. So where do they all come from? This is where the character designers come in. They're the first people to put pen to paper, and it's up to them to create every one of the zany characters that inhabit the cartoon, whether it's drawing Tom and Jerry, Commander Bristle, or the bumbling scientists at the International Space Place. Every character you see in the film has to be created from scratch. And let's not forget the Martians. That's right, Martians. Extraterrestrials. Little green men. Well, you get the idea. Anyway, the filmmakers had a fun time coming up with the look of the inhabitants of Mars.
They're green, of course. We just stuck with that as a traditional Martian theme, but they're weird. They look like they might have some reptile in them or some dough and some, I don't know, they're just really funky. You don't know what they are. They're Martians.
Now that we know what the characters look like, it's time to transform the script from words to pictures. Enter the storyboard artists, who take the story and turn it into a huge stack of sketches that show the animators just what kind of trouble to get Tom and Jerry into.
Once we get our grubby little hands on it, it's visualized for the first time. We're kind of the first artists to really touch the story and visualize it.
Okay, we've got all the equipment we need to make the cartoon fly, right? The countdown can't start just yet, because before Tom and Jerry can blast off to Mars, the filmmakers have to figure out what the red planet will look like, as well as design all of the neat stuff that Tom and Jerry get to destroy along the way.
This film, when they go to Mars, we take all those rules and totally ignore them, and just put every color that doesn't go together next to each other and make Mars a really unusual place. It's not the red planet, it's the psychedelic planet.
Another important part of making a Tom and Jerry cartoon is the voices. What? Tom and Jerry don't talk, you say? That's true. Well, except for the occasional scream from Tom. For Tom and Jerry Blast Off to Mars, the filmmakers assembled some of the finest voice talents to lend their vocal cords to the wacky supporting cast.
The myth of Little Green Men will soon be put to rest.
The recording is probably the most fun. Because it's just hilarious. I mean, you're just in there with a bunch of friends laughing it up. It's really fun.
Careful! Do not shoot! You may hit Pete or the Great Goop! Ladies and gentlemen of the press, welcome to the International Space Place.
Hooray for King Pete!
Are we finally go for launch? Not quite, because the filmmakers still need to add those all-important sound effects.
Sound effects are in a cartoon are very, very important.
It's amazing how much sound plays in a cartoon. If you don't believe me, just turn the sound down.
Cat or mouse? Which character do you think the creative minds behind Tom and Jerry cheer for when the chase is on?
Oh, I'm totally for Tom.
There's something about that little mouse, you know?
I would probably back Tom. Only because of size.
The undermouse is always who I would root for, so I'd say Jerry.
Jerry never suffered any. I always liked Tom better for that reason. Jerry always had, Jerry had the eyelashes and the, the cutesy poo face, but Tom had to work.
I like them equally well. They both, without the other one, what do you got? It's a duo, it's a team.
I'd probably say I'm a Spike fan, but I'd probably go with Tom.
If I had to pick one, I'd pick Jerry.
I love Jerry. No, wait a minute. Back that one up. I love Tom. Can't decide, but I love Tom. I love the screams.
Congratulations on a job well done.
All systems go on our end.
Okay, let's get this cartoon into space.
This is the big kahuna, but you know him by another name.
Hawaii will never be the same. Aloha Scooby-Doo, an all-new full-length animated mystery from the Kids Movie Collection. Coming soon on DVD and video. Surf's up, and there's a mystery going down.
All your Lucha Libre heroes are in their first feature-length movie. You can own Mucha Lucha, The Return of El Malefico on DVD. A great evil has been unleashed upon the world.
My vengeance is at hand!
And the only thing between his unstoppable, wretched, putrid evilness are the masked wrestlers of Mucha Lucha.
Okay, which one of you invited the big scary demon dude?
An accident called him from Netherland.
Read a complete sentence from the Code of Mass Wrestling backwards.
I am free!
There, big evil demonic villainous scary frightening giant figure and an inky blood coat behind me.
Now our only hope for survival are the heroes of Mucha Lucha. The clock is ticking.
The world of daylight is mine!
The stakes are rising. The Flea is partying.
Then the Snoopy, wrestler dead. Then the Snoopy, wrestler dead.
In the greatest Mucha Lucha main event ever, a full-length movie with special bonus features on DVD. Mucha Lucha, The Return of El Malefico. You can own all the wrestling action on DVD and video. And you can watch Mucha Lucha Saturday mornings on the Kids WB.
Hey kids, get set to get moving with all new McKids Adventures, coming exclusively to DVD and video. You're invited to get up and dance, play, sing, create, travel, and explore.
Are you ready for a McKids adventure?
These new McKids Adventures DVDs do more than just show you the fabulously fun and fantastic world we live in. They show you how to be a part of it.
Are you ready to have a ball?
In McKids Adventures, if you can dream it, you can do it. If anyone could go there, you can go there.
There's so much fun to be had in the world, there's no time to sit around.
Jam-packed with cool, original songs for everyone. You've got a mind, so use it. You've got a body, so get going. McKids Adventures, coming this spring exclusively to DVD, where videos are sold.
Coming to DVD. Justice League Unlimited, saving the world.
Roger that.
You can just say okay.
Okay.
It's the Justice League in action like you've never seen it before. Come on! 3 new heroes. Each of you brings something different to the table. 3 supercharged episodes.
All any of you mortals are good for is to slaughter one another.
1 DVD filled with all new Justice League adventures.
We've got a giant out-of-control robot out there. I guess I'll just have to deal with it myself.
Justice babies, who's better protector? I kind of like this. Wow!
Plus DVD extras that reveal the secret files of your favorite heroes and let you play along when you try to save Gorilla City. See ya. The action is bigger than life and the League is larger than ever. Justice League Unlimited, saving the world. 3 all-new Justice League adventures on 1 DVD.
Guess that's a wrap.